In your relationship coaching, what are the most rewarding challenges that you help your clients to overcome?
Self-love, acceptance, and clarity. I am really passionate about helping my clients overcome or let's say correct what I call the self-love deficit, which is this
Mm,
distance, this gap between the parts of ourselves that we love and appreciate and we're proud of, and those parts
mm,
of ourselves that we're not exactly fond of and we'd rather not show to other people. And everyone has this gap, just some people more than others. That also involves helping my clients accept those parts of themselves. Actually, how we learn self love is by looking at what we are not very proud of and understanding how these parts of ourselves are actually helping us grow, become better people, become better parents, partners, whatever it is that we
mm,
want to achieve in life. And ultimately, the final goal of my work with clients is to help them create a vision and an action plan that leads them towards creating that dream life. And where it all starts to make a lot of sense to us or to my clients is when we understand that gaining confidence is really a matter of understanding that relationships are mirrors, and that being confident in front of others means actually trusting ourselves. The word confidence comes from two Latin words, con and fide, with trust. And we learn to trust ourselves by the feedback that we receive from others. When someone gives us positive feedback, you're great at your job, you're a wonderful mother, you're such a great teammate or team player, we think, oh, this is great, I like to show myself up this way. However, if when we grow up or even as adults we receive some negative feedback, it's like, oh, why can you not be more like this? The why
mm,
question is actually a
mm.
criticism, because it implies that we should be different and we're not, which makes us feel inadequate and not good about ourselves. That's really when we start identifying this self-love deficit and focusing on shifting this mindset from the negative inner dialogue that we have, the inner critic constantly saying, oh, you're so stupid, you're not that attractive, you're never going to get this person, you can't make it, to understanding that this voice is nothing but a coping, a defense mechanism that tries to actually protect us from embarrassment, from pain, from social rejection. So it tries to keep us safe, but it sometimes becomes very detrimental to our progress, because we are so safe that we don't put ourselves out there at all, which means that we end up single and unsuccessful and feeling like something is missing from our life. So for
Mm,
me, what I live for in terms of the kind of feedback that I receive from my clients is when I
mm,
see them shifting from a position where they don't feel very good, they don't feel comfortable, I don't know, maybe doing public speaking or something, or doing an interview like this, being in front of the
mhm,
camera. I think everyone has something to say, something important to contribute to the world. And out of fear, out of this idea that, oh, other people might think that I'm stupid, I have nothing to contribute to the world, a lot of people might hold themselves back, and we miss out. If you hold yourself back, we miss out on your contribution to the world. And that is very rewarding for me. It makes me
mm,
feel really
mm.
good about myself when they feel good
Oh,
about themselves.
oh, that does sound rewarding. And it goes to show that how many of us, in your experience, you've seen how many of us have this voice in our head that we don't have to listen to. It may be outdated. It may be fueling imposter syndrome. It may be saying all types of things that, we want to grow past and we're ready to grow past. And you can help us to put a spotlight on those areas that we're ready to let go of, because it actually doesn't serve us any longer and it doesn't serve where we want to go.
100%. I like to think of our
Mm,
inner critic as our best friend. And to my way of addressing the imposter syndrome or working with the client who doesn't feel good about themselves is to
mm,
actually embrace that voice with love. in the sense of thinking of that voice as actually an inner child, a younger version of us who was hurt when we were little. Something
Hmm.
was said or done, something happened to us that made us think it's not safe to put myself out there. It's not safe to show people that I love them. It's not safe for me to be playful and fun because I've been told off. So then I just pull back. And this voice in our head is a way that our mind is saying stop. Don't put
Mm.
yourself in that situation again. So embracing that part of us with love by saying, hey, thank you. Thank you, little one, for trying to keep me safe. I really appreciate how much you've done for me, even though sometimes it sounds very critical and nasty. If you
Mm.
actually imagine that that voice doesn't sound critical and nasty, is not maybe the voice of a mother that was criticizing you, but is your best friend, someone who you know really, really wants the best for you, then everything shifts in our mind because you can say, hey, I really appreciate that you're there for me. I really appreciate how much you're trying to keep me safe. But guess what? I'm a grown up now and I want to try this. I'm willing to overcome my fear or to face this
Mm.
fear of
Mm.
rejection, the fear of maybe, I don't know, this person not wanting to be with me. I work with a lot of single women who are looking for love, which very often are scared of telling someone, hey, I like you in that way, not just
Mm.
as a friend,
Yeah.
because the little voice says, hey, last time when you were 12 and you went to that boy in school and you told him that you liked him and he rejected you, of course that
Yeah.
made you feel really, really horrible, and those feelings come up again. But as
Mm.
a grown up, maybe I can approach the situation differently, and also maybe I can understand that any rejection is actually redirection, is a way
Okay.
that the universe is
Hmm.
saying to me, don't go there. That person is not right for you. Just move on. This person is doing you a favor, let's say. They're doing you a favor by not engaging in a relationship with you that is not going to be serving your interest or your current state of development. So take rejection as redirection, understand that there is a lesson to learn, and appease or embrace the little voice in your head that say, hey, it's okay. We're going to try this. It's okay if we're going to need to move on. Maybe he or she is not the one, but this is how we learn to love ourselves more.
It sounds like such an interesting and like positive and beneficial way to look at this, to look at the dark parts, to look at the bright parts, to shift the mindsets. I imagine that you help your clients do that a lot. So how can we take the next steps forward with you? How can we say, I'm ready to make a change in my life and I'm ready to move forward in ways that Valentina can guide me through? How do we get in touch? How do we connect?
Well, the best way to connect with me is on Instagram or by visiting my website, happyeverafter.asia. And I must say happy, not happily ever after.
Perfect. I'll have all of the correct links and information down below. Thank you so much.
Thank you.